Let's take a look at Osceola's website. Their website is osceola.org. What we're interested in is, one, the services. The service is going to be Permit Center, but you have to have a login for that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So when you click on that Permit Center, this pops up, and you can find a lot of different applications, or you can actually apply for a permit online. But you do have to have an email and a password and a login. So I'm not going to work with that right now. I'm going to go ahead and go back, and I'm going to go to the agencies and departments. When that pops up, go ahead and scroll down to the community development. Community development is going to be where your building codes and your natural resources, planning, design, and your zoning office information is. From the building, from the community development, I want you to look at the different offices. You also have community development fees that you need to take a look at. You can also look up codes and violations in your area. Let's start with the community development fees and work our way down. So the community development fees, there's building fees and there's public works fees. So what that means is you have to apply for an application. So for whatever reason, it's not, there it is. So what we're going to be looking at is this link or this PDF right here. What is when you submit an application, depending on what type of application it is, you're actually going to be charged a fee for either changing a land use or doing something different. These are all the different types of applications that you can submit for. A right-of-way vacation, a right-of-way utilization. We're going to be looking at the site development plan. Osceola County, and so does Orange County, charges a fee for your developments. So if you have up to 100 lots, automatically you're going to get charged $3,060 plus a after plan approval of 2.5% of the total cost of the improvements. That means that the county is going to require you to have a cost estimate of those plans. So you also have site development plans for commercial, site development plans up and to including 2 acres. So something small that's 2 acres. Ours is actually 5, so we're going to be stuck with a cost like this if our project was in Osceola County. Again, Orange County has similar fees. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the community development area. I'm going to go back one more time. And again, sorry about that. And my computer's really running slow today. So now I'm going to go down to offices. And the offices I'm going to look at, well, if it comes up, the offices that comes up is building, code enforcement, community resources, development review, planning and design, and zoning. I'm going to start with development review. And the reason we're doing that is because this basically kind of works with the process of submitting plans. So the Development Review Committee, or the DRC, reviews your plans and makes comments. So it's never going to be a first-time approval process, usually. I'm going to look at the Development Review applications, and here I'm going to ask you to download 2 applications. The first application I want you to take a look at is the Site Development Plan. Go ahead and download that and review what you have. It asks you the applicant, agent, owner, and what you're actually wanting to do. The other thing that the package has is what needs to be on your plans and submitted with your plans. They're very particular. If it's not there, then they will probably reject your plans until you have submitted all of the data. And sometimes if they reject your plans enough, they will charge you extra fees. The other application that I want you to download is the zoning application. The zoning application is going to be in the other office, so I'll show you that in a minute. So you also have a final subdivision application. In this, it's basically the same, that the preliminary subdivision plan is like your original idea. Then you're going to submit a set of construction plans which has all of the construction, every piece of information on it. And you also have, this is actually the final subdivision plan application for the plat, actually. So in Osceola County, the final subdivision plan is actually the plat. So I'll go ahead and go back to the offices. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. I'm going to go back one more time. So now I'm going to look at planning and design. Planning and design gives you information to help you design your project. You've got documents and forms in this one also, and fees in this one. So in this one, you've got transportation studies, planning applications. I'm going to click on that. So you've got subdivision plan approval applications, plan development applications. This is usually your start of your application. So subdivision approval, and it'll tell you what's required. It's similar information that you've already seen, but in a different format. Again, they seem to be putting, this is the same checklist as before, but it seems to go in a little bit more depth. Also, it goes into additional information that how they're looking at it. All right. So I'm going to go back one more time. One more. One more. All the way to where you can click on the zoning. On the zoning, I want you to look at the application document forms. And I want you to print off and upload the zoning map application. Okay, zoning map amendment. So for our project, if we were in Osceola County, we're going from an agricultural area to a residential area. So we'd have to fill out information that looks like this. Please look at some of these applications to get a feel for what was required and if you could actually find and fill out these applications. All right, so again, so the zoning map application in the zoning and in the development review, I'll go ahead and go back and show you one more time. The other thing that you need to submit for homework is, keep going back. All the way back to the offices and go to the development review. So the other application, remember that I asked you to submit, is going to be the site development plan. So it's going to be underneath the development review forms all the way down here at the bottom. So the site development plan and the zoning application. All right. So that's it for this tour of Osceola County's development review process and applications.